want to know about price action? Do you want to know about trendings? Do you want to catch spikes without fear? This is my birthday and it's a kind of birthday gift. I'm going to be teaching you or telling you or giving you guidelines on how you can catch spikes using price action and with this strategy here. Now, how does price action works? Hear this secret. You can't make money on forex trading if you don't know what price action is all about. Now, what is price action? Price action has to do with support and resistance. And I have this my secret strategy that I have not given this strategy out without at least $20 or $30 or $50. Now listen, watch this thing you are seeing here now. Watch this thing carefully. What you can see here now. Do you see this spike here? How does price action works? Price action works this way. You need to watch this thing. This is why people fail. During zoom, when you zoom in like this is the final zoom now. Please watch. Trace back like this. Trace back like this. Watch the last line. Watch the spikes, the previous spikes, which means you have to trace back. You need to trace back. As you can see now, the line, the moving trend, the moving line now don't have anything like this. Don't know how to explain it so that it will be more easier. Don't have anything like this, something like this. So watch, I'm just telling you what you need to know. If this market here is like this line now, there is every possibility that this thing will pull back here. And that is why you should know how to handle. You should use this thing, horizontal. Watch this thing. You should use horizontal. Place it here. If you place it here, you go to your 5 minutes time frame. You check it. Did that your horizontal, does it correspond? Do we have any other spike? If you backtext, is there any other spike or anything that the thing can rest on? Because once the thing spikes and the thing is doing retracement, what you are having at that time, the thing is not climbing. And once the thing is climbing, if this thing cannot climb this thing, if there is two lines like this, if there is two lines, okay, let me just get something here and show you. Let me just get something here and show you so that you understand it more easier. All right, let's see here now. Let's see here. See, this is one secret people don't want to expose. Once you have a first spike here, once you have a first spike here, second spike here, this thing you are seeing here now is building a support. Once this thing spike like this, and now the thing will climb. Once this thing is climbing, the thing is fighting. Now you bring out this horizontal to check the trend line. Now, since this thing is like this, what do? You trace back, or you use your 5 minutes time frame. Use your 5 minutes, or far more better, 15 minutes time frame. If you use a 15 minutes time frame, it will help to bring these things together. Now look at this thing. Now look at this thing. Watch here now. Look, watch what I'm doing. Please be patient and understand it. You need to drop this thing. Watch here. Watch this thing here now. Anywhere you see something like this, anywhere you see something like this here, watch here. These lines here it was not easy. I mean, in the 15 minutes time frame, it was not easy for this thing to cross, to go through. Check it. Almost the same line. What does this mean? In your 5 minutes time frame, have you seen? I told you that this thing cannot cross here. Have you seen it? I told you that it cannot cross here because I told us that this thing cannot cross here. Have you seen that there is a spike now? This thing cannot cross. Why? Because the price action, this pills here you are seeing is growing, is going up, and this thing, this spike here, which should bring the support, and after climbing, there is no other thing that can support him or support it here. What does it mean? The market need to go down, and that is a spike. So some people will say if there is a crossing, some people will say if there is a crossing, once you see a crossing, you enter market. It's not true in all settings, because I will tell you the truth. Now, how do you use this my strategy to understand it far more better? Now listen carefully. Number one, watch two confirm entries. Number one, watch this yellow line. If this yellow line will cross up like this, if it is on boom 1000, then the middle one, the stochastic oscillator here, will cross 20, will cross 25. Will cross 25. Then you now watch the moving average in the up. Now, how do I know that this thing must spike? How do I know that this thing must spike? Number one, how I am sure that this thing must spike is, number one, there was a confirmation of red here. There was a confirmation of crossing here, 25 below, other is above 25, and there has been a spike here first. So once this thing cross here, it cannot pull more far. Then how do you confirm it again? Check here. How do you confirm it again? Check 5 minutes time frame. If you check 5 minutes time frame, you will see that there was a spike, a small spike. You will see that there was a small spike here, and once there was a small spike, there should be a rejection, and every rejection will end up with a spike. Mind you, from my strategy here, with the last zoom, the thing also crossed 25 in 5 minutes time frame. Check 15 minutes time frame. The thing, the blue and the red, has also crossed. Have you seen it? So there is every indication that it must spike. So to us, we call it spike. To some people, it's cover, but to us, it's just a pullback because there is a rejection. So have you seen it? 3 signals you must get before you enter market. One, you must be patient enough. Please, this is a secret. You must be patient enough to see the stochastic oscillator here cross. 1. 2, you must watch the AC, the down one. You must watch the line go up, cross all the lines, especially, see, watch here, please. See, this line you are seeing here, if it is in boom 1000 like this now, the line should be up like this. Once you are seeing it like this, the thing is going back, and it is not advisable except if this thing is, if there is going to be a multiple spike, like this thing want to pull back and enter into like 75 on boom 1000. Then if it is on this thing, if it is on boom 1000, it must get to 75 and above. There is one secret again I want to share with you. Please listen. Some people joined my group, and for some reasons I stopped giving them signals. Because many of them are not that patient enough. I have up to 2 groups. I have VIP and the ones I do to help people raise their account. Now listen, if you must succeed in forex trading, you must be patient. You don't enter market anytime you see opportunity. You enter market anytime you confirmed an opportunity. Please, anytime you confirmed an opportunity, you must enter market. Don't enter market because you now have chance. Okay, now when do you take your profit? One, if this line here, watch this thing. If this stochastic oscillator here starts spiking, the thing will go down and get to 50. If the thing get to 50, you are free to close. Okay, you are free to close. If you have a large account, you can also wait for it to get to 75, then you close. Now let's check crash 1000. Now see what I'm telling you here. Now, how do you know whether you should enter market? Now you trace back like this. If you trace back, you will see, if you want to be doing scalping in this form, now it's not that it has crossed, and for that reason it has crossed, you can now you are free now to enter market. No, please be careful. Now watch this thing. Check this middle line here. If you are using this strategy, check this middle line. What is the direction of the moving averages here? Check it carefully. Now check the AC movement. This thing, once this thing is pointing upward, the AC here, once this is pointing upward, it simply means that you can get up to 5 to 15 candles. But once you have started seeing this red, before you enter market, if you are doing scalping, go to 5 minutes time frame. If you go to 5 minutes time frame, number one, it's a secret. Not everybody can tell you this, because please listen. One candle in 5 minutes time frame is 5 candles in 1 minute time frame. Listen, one candle in five minutes time frame is, as this one just entered one here now, this one in 5 minutes time frame, it will be 5 candles. So if you know this secret, what it simply means is that if you come back here and check, now how do you catch spike at this market? Now you use your horizontal, place your this thing here. If you place your this thing here, you go to your 5 minutes time frame, check, is there any other thing that this line is closing with? Check here now. Can you see? In 15 minutes time frame, the line you position towards the previous spike on that one, this is where the thing is closing here now. In 5 minutes time frame, you still go to 15 minutes time frame and check the same thing. Can you see? Now, do you see that same small line there still has something here like this? So what this thing is showing us is that after this line here, it is 100% possible that there may be a spike. If this thing did not spike, then you need to check here. Check here the position of this place, check where this thing is, then check the previous spike. Since this spike here is much, it may scale through because there is a support here. This thing here stands as a support, and you check your candles here. There is a rejection. There is a rejection here. Once there is a rejection and there is a big spike here, there is a big candle here, it simply means that it can still pull through. And remember that the moving average is curving. Check this line here. If you check this thing, you see that it still has life. So what do you do? If you want to do scalping and you have good large account, you enter in this 5 minutes time frame. Once this thing is through, you are sure that you have 5 candles. Before this thing will be through, you close it. But in this market now, where do you take your TP? If you are careful and you want to be a good trader, you must not allow your trade to cross any previous spike. If that spike is just 1 or 2, but if the spike is up to 3, which means the thing now has strength to forge ahead, because spike and this thing is like a ladder. It's like a ladder. So once you have 1 spike, 2 spikes, 2nd spike, or 3 spike, it now gives the market strength to forge ahead or to move forward. Do you see? Now let me show you something before I close. Remember, I'm giving this secret because it's my birthday. Now listen. Watch this thing here. Watch this thing. Do you see that it was that same market from there? The green line, you can still see it here. Check. Can you see? So that is why you don't enter market without checking 5 minutes time frame, 30 minutes time frame. But the normal time frame to check is 4 hours time frame. That is where you should know. So with this position of the 4 hours time frame now, you don't detect where the market is going. So if you don't know how to do scalping, you relax. You see, check 1 hour time frame. The movement is down trend. Why this thing is moving up? Okay. All right. And please do well to subscribe. How do you do this thing now? If you want to catch spike now, you need to wait for this thing to finish. Immediately this thing finishes, you enter. And remember, 1 candle in 5 minutes time frame is 5 candles in 1 minute time frame. So what does that mean? If you don't have large account, that 5 candles in 1 minute time frame can affect your this thing. Like after this thing now finishes, anytime you are seeing this thing, zoom it to know the strength. Zoom it. Zoom all. Then if you want to backtest to know the previous spikes, you trace like this. Whether you are doing scalping or you are catching spikes, don't just enter market because the line has crossed. If the line has crossed and you enter market without knowing that there is a rejection through the previous spike, you will lose your money and you start crying. Please help me by subscribing. I want us to touch 1,000+ subscriber, and I promise that once we get to that level, I will personally, if you chat me up, I will personally give out few other secrets. Okay, till today I just teach you, though not comprehensively, but just in a nutshell, and on how you can do price action. So you can chat me up privately, and if you want me to teach you more than what you need to know about how you can get the signal, this thing I'm giving to you now is my personal. Once trading is concerned, this is what I'm using to make money. So some people will come and say, everybody is the same. Everybody is not the same. Do you know why? Because before we start, personally myself, before I start, I invest not less than 200 and something thousand. Okay, so if somebody is asking you to pay $30 or $20, I don't think that is wickedness, except those who don't know what to do. maybe they just want to extort money from people. If you are patient enough, and remember, we have messages that drop on our DM, so you can send a message and somebody will come up and test you immediately and want you to suspend what. Sometimes you are driving, sometimes you are somewhere doing seminar, sometimes, and they want you to reply immediately. If you are not replying immediately, the more you want to reply, the more they are pumping up with so many messages. Now, in such case, how do you expect that person to do it, since you have at least 120 something messages from different persons? Okay, so but I promise, if you want me to teach you this strategy personally, bring out the whole thing, and the strategy and the message is also, I need to give you the indicators, and this thing is also immediately. How do I do this thing now? Okay, let me not waste. If you're interested in the strategy, please just DM me. Just DM me. Let me do a comprehensive short video on this thing and post. Okay, all right. Let me do a comprehensive kind of details this thing. So let me do a kind of summary. I'm just waiting for this thing because this thing need to spike. Okay, so in 5 minutes time frame, there is a little confirmation, but because the previous spike is huge, this previous spike has a support. So, and there was a rejection here. If this thing has strength, the second to the previous spike, if the thing has strength, it will have encouraged this thing to forge ahead. Okay, so I want you to drop your question, your comments, and also support us by subscribing, and also helping us also by, if you want to get more, you just pay a token. Okay, nothing goes for nothing. That's just the truth. Okay, yes, nothing goes for nothing. So just watch this thing. It can spike. If I want to enter into it, but I've reached my target for the day. This thing you are seeing here now need to pull back, but from the confirmations here, they are not strong. Okay, they are not strong. So since they are not strong, but watch this thing here now. Can you see? Watch that my line I put here. So since this thing is like this, what do? Check here, 1 minute time frame, the arrows are going down, and this thing has crossed 75. It will spike. If you have enough account, you enter market now, it will spike. Okay, it will spike. How, brother? How do you mean? What do you mean that it will spike? I'm telling you that it's going to spike. Okay, it will spike. It will spike. After, if the thing will cross here now, it will not take up to 5 candles and it will spike, but I can't continue waiting. The time is fast spent. Okay, all right, please DM me if you need a strategy. Let me give it to people that value it. Okay, thank you. And remember to send me your birthday gift. Any amount is okay as a gift. And if I see your gift, if you send me a gift as my birthday, I promise to suspend whatever I'm doing to give you attention. I'm telling you the truth. I will give you good attention, and I will make sure that no matter your level, I will give you the best. Okay, just subscribe. Okay, subscribe. Thank you. I'm just waiting for this thing because there should be a pullback here. I'm just waiting for this thing. Okay, all right, see you, Demi. Okay, thank you. Please do it to subscribe. We want to reach 1,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers to encourage us. Thank you.